in your ear or in your face. Okay. So sitting in a comfortable, tall, seated position. You can always support your knees with blocks or sit up on height, which is very helpful for all the joints of the hips and legs. And let's turn your palms to face down and drop your shoulders. Sit up nice and tall. Let's start some clearing breaths. Inhale through your nose and exhale, blow out your mouth. Inhale through your nose and exhale, blowing out your mouth. So these exhales are cleansing breaths. We're letting go of stress and worries and fears. And just imagine that all that stuff you're blowing out of your body, it gets sucked out of the window and gets pulled up to the sun to get purified. You can envision all that stuff you're blowing out of your body looks like black smoke. And you're cleansing your body and the space. Actually, before we dive too deeply into our meditation, let's do a few lion breaths, okay? So that's when we're going to make a lot of noise, all right? So on the inhale, we'll squeeze our fists and scrunch our shoulders up and squeeze our face. And the exhale, we throw our hands down, spread your fingers, and roar. Stick out your tongue. Okay, so inhale, squeeze, squeeze in, squeeze. Inhale, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale. One more time. Okay, now let's return back to our Zen place. So you can still take clearing breaths. Drop your shoulders, drop your elbows. Now, as we inhale, gather your light inward, so consolidating your energy from all directions to your center line. And the exhale, you're pushing your light down into the earth, getting grounded. The inhale, you gather your light inward. So you do that in your imagination, in your mind's eye. The exhale, pour the light down your spine into the earth, connecting you with Mother Earth. So we dispelled a lot of energy with that lion pose, and now we're kind of pulling it all back, kind of smoothing things out, calming things down. When you start to settle again, you can always shift into breathing fully through the nose. Rock a little more weight into your sits bones and line up your spine right above your balanced pelvis. Drop your shoulders, drop your elbows. So elbows are close into your sides, but your armpits are unclenched. Let's soften your jaw and let your tongue relax. Ease your eyes and your forehead and let your scalp soften. So we're still gathering our light inward with the inhale. We're anchoring our light with the exhale. So when we're gathering our light, it's like we're bringing in all fragmented parts or frazzled parts and just drawing them in and kind of patting things down, kind of like shaping clay, making our energy body more whole, more complete. Make sure you visualize that on the back side of your body, that your energy is being drawn in through the back as well. And if you want to, invite your higher self in. So inviting your spirit in. I like the visual of the light of my spirit drops in straight through the top of my head and fills up your skin suit. So inviting your God self in, your highest, wisest self. And just breathe in communion with that part of you for a bit, allowing a more blended being, this human self with your spirit self. Let your skin fall. And your higher self, the wisest part of you, is the kindest part of you. And that part of you only has encouragement for you, only has reassurance for you. And could you allow some of those good messages to reach your brain, your mind, your awareness? Some examples might be that you're right where you need to be, you're right on track with your journey. And your strength abounds. Your kindness is evident. You're doing such a great job at being you. You're fulfilling your purpose nicely. Anything else that you need to hear from this part of you? And then giving great thanks. And wiggle your fingers and toes. And switch your feet if you're sitting cross-legged. Foot in front or on top. And let's roll your shoulders back several times and connect with the breath. So solid, long breath. Shoulders roll up and back, up and back. Now let one shoulder at a time roll back. One at a time. So we get the ribs moving and the spine moving with the shoulders. There you go. Okay, let's drop the shoulders down and lean back into your hands. You can always put blocks under your hands if needed and lift your heart up to the sky. So hands are straight down from the shoulders once you lean back. Like this, arms are straight. Fingertips point out to the side. Lift the chest a little higher. You can drop your chin forward to your chest or lift your chin up toward the sky or anywhere in between. Just make sure your neck is happy with your choice. Deep breaths. Maybe squeeze the shoulder blades together a little more or spread the collarbones a little wider. Teeth relaxed. Another breath. And drop the heart. And sitting up. So inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, chin drops forward to your chest. So do your best not to slouch here. So keep the breastbone lifted. Drop the head forward a little more and shoulders relax. Let's slowly start to sway your head side to side. Keeping the chin down. Allow the chin to swing a little wider toward each shoulder as your body allows. So we're creating a semicircle with the head. We'll continue to move in the semicircle. Let's drop the ears to the shoulders. Now chin to chest and then ear to shoulder. Chin to chest and ear to shoulder. Yeah, if you need to straighten your legs out, it's okay. You can move it slowly as you need to. Next time your chin comes to your chest, you'll stay there. Next inhale, bring your head upright. Good breath in. Great breath out. Okay, so let's straighten your legs out all the way from your hips. Let's rock your legs out. So clear the joints. Good clearing breaths. Circle the ankles out. And other way. Okay, and let's come to tabletop and grab your blocks and have them close to the front of your mat. If you need cushion under your knees, please give it to yourself. Or if you need cushion under your hands, like you can put a folded edge of a blanket under the heels of your hands if your wrists are sensitive. So let's do some cat and cow. So inhale, head and hips lift. Exhale, head and hips drop. We want the tops of the feet on the ground for now. Let's sway your back. Inhale, head up. Exhale, head down. Inhale, head up. Exhale, head down. So when you lift your head, pull your shoulders back, spread your collarbones wide. When you drop your head, push your shoulders down toward your hands to spread your shoulder blades wide. Let's get our spine moving. It's really boosting our immune system and affecting all of our chakras or energy centers along our spine. Let's do another breath. And back to neutral. Let's grab your blocks and put them on tall settings and slide them back towards your knees a little bit. Dig the pads of your toes into the ground, or pushing hands and feet into the ground to straighten your legs. And then bring your feet forward to be straight down from your hips into a standing tabletop. So feet straight down from your hip joints, hands straight down from your shoulder joints. So we want everything even, long lines in the body. Let's pull our shoulders back away from our ears. So you might already feel a decent stretch in the backs of your legs. If you need more than one block, you can do a second set if you need taller hands, or you can use a chair under your hands. Okay, so shrug your shoulders forward toward your ears and then pull them back. Shrug them forward and then pull them back. Shrug them forward and then pull them back. Just keep your spine and neck where they are. Just move the shoulders forward and then back. Forward and then back. Forward and back. Hold them back now. So we're engaging those muscles on the sides of the ribs here, right below the shoulders. Those are the serratus muscles. So our shoulders are away from the ears. We're exposing our neck a bit more. And keep the neck neutral with the rest of the spine. Take a good breath in. Good breath out. Firm your lower belly into the spine. So lift the belly into the spine. Don't let it collapse here. Start to lift the kneecaps to engage your front thighs. Soft mouth. Ground the balls of the feet well. Start to lift the toes. So ground the balls of your feet and lift your toes. So heels stay on the ground. So heels are on the ground. Lift your toes. There you go. So we're feeling our legs super strong right now. Big breath in. Good breath out. And drop the toes. And walk your legs out. Bend one knee to straighten the other. Lift one heel as the other one ground. Just walk your legs out. Now keep the feet flat on the floor now and just walk your knees out. That's going to make your hips move more. Okay, let's bend your right knee and straighten your left leg. And shift your weight into your left foot. And pull your left hip back. And let your hip shift to the left. And pull your left hip back. I'll go through it again. So right knee bends. Left leg straight. Lean your weight into your left foot. Shift your hips to the left. Pull your left hip back to lengthen your left waistline. You can always adjust your blocks here if you need to because we're a little off center. Now everybody, keep your right hand on the block. Bring your left hand flat onto your left hip bone on the back side. Palm face down. Start to turn your heart to the left. Deep breath. Shoulders pull away from the ears. Keep your legs where they are. Right knee stays bent, left leg is straight. Good breath in. If you're feeling okay here, you can straighten both arms, spread your wings wide. Shoulders still pull away from the ears and let your neck get longer. More neutral with the rest of the spine. Take a good breath in. Good breath out. And let's drop both hands back down to the blocks. Straighten both legs. Get everything even and centered again. Big breath. Rock forward and back on your feet a little bit. So kind of rock forward and back on your feet. You can lift your heels and then lift your toes and then lift your heels and then lift your toes. Okay, ground your feet flat. Bend your left knee. Straighten your right leg. Shift your weight into your right leg more, into your right foot. Your hips move to the right as well. Pull your right hip back to lengthen your your right waistline. Deep breaths. So we've got a nice stretch in our right glute in the back of the leg and the side of the leg, the outside of the leg. Breathing deeply. When you're ready, right hand can grab the right hip bone on the back side, palm face down. Push down into that bottom arm to lengthen the spine and start to turn your heart to the right. Turn your ribs to the right. That's good. Deep, slow breaths. So if everything's feeling okay here, you can extend your right arm up to the sky if it feels good. Again, pull the shoulders away from the ears. You can turn your head as much as feels good. All the way up to the hand if you like. Looking. Good breath in. Great breath out. One more. Let's drop that hand down to the ground. Get everything even and centered, both legs long again. And then shake the legs out. So bend one knee, you straighten the other, walk the legs out. And then rock back and forth. Lift your heels and then lift your toes. Lift your heels and then lift your toes. That's kind of fun. I like it. Okay, bend your knees a lot, drop your butt, lift your head. So low chair pose. Your fingers still touch the blocks if possible. Push down harder with your legs and firm your belly. So let your legs work more. So we don't have weight in the hands. Take a good breath in. Lower belly is firm, low back is flat and straight. Big breath in. Big breath out. And on the inhale, swan dive up. Push hard into your legs. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good breath in. Great breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, so let's come to the front of your mat. Feet are parallel and hip distance apart. So when I say hip distance, that means we're wanting our legs to be parallel with each other. So center of the hip joints lines up with the center of the knee joints, lines up with the center of the ankle joints, okay? So that does not mean the outside edges of your hips, okay? Because when we go to the outside edges, then our legs are more in a V than parallel lines. Okay, so we'll bring our palms together at the heart and stand up nice and tall. So lift your kneecaps up, lift your belly up, lift your heart up, drop your shoulders, drop your elbows. Both feet press into the ground evenly. So we're wanting to use both legs evenly. So notice if you're standing more into one side and try to even it out. Good breath in. Ground the balls of the feet. You can lift the toes to kind of accentuate that for a moment. Bring more awareness and then ground the toes. And then bring the center of your heels anchored to the floor. Well, then stand up even taller from that grounded stability through your feet. Another big breath. Now let's bend your knees and step your right foot back about 2.5 feet back. So halfway back on your mat. And stand on train tracks, exactly your sits bones width apart. Okay, both feet flat on the floor. Straighten your legs. Both legs as straight as they can get. Now tailbone points down, lower belly pulls in. So we'll have a tendency to kind of sway our low back here. So we want to align the low back, lengthen it, and align your pelvis. Now let's clasp the hands behind you and touch your right butt cheek with your hands. And then straighten your arms out as best you can. Sliding your hands down, keep your thumbs connected with your body. And start to lift your heart up a little higher. Lift your belly up a little higher. Shoulders pull back a little bit more. Take a good breath in. Good breath out. Then if you want to, bend your front knee. And push your back heel into the ground harder. So if you feel like you need your feet a little further apart from each other, front to back, then adjust. Your thumbs are still touching your body. Take a good breath in. Pull the shoulders back again, tailbone down, belly in and up. Another breath. Good job, ladies. Okay, palms back together in front of you. Lean forward and firm the belly and step forward. And stand up. Take a good breath in. Good breath out. Just relax for a moment. So shoulders down. Now soft. Feet soft. Okay, so our feet are parallel. They're even, palms together, stand up strong and tall. Lift the toes up, ground the balls of the feet. Lift the kneecaps, lift the belly. That's it, tailbone down. Then ground the toes, bend your knees. Left foot steps back halfway on your mat. Stand on train tracks. So there is some space between the feet from right to left. Okay, so straighten the legs and then clasp your hands behind you. Interlace your fingers. So try to do awkward clasp. So other index finger will go in front. It'll feel a little funny. Okay, so then kneecaps lift to straighten your legs more. Keep the balls of your feet anchored. Tailbone down, belly in, spine lifts up tall. Touch your left butt cheek with your thumbs. And then you can straighten your arms as best you can. Still keeping your thumbs connected with your body. Then pull your shoulders back. Deep breaths here. So we're still facing straight forward with the shoulders and the hips. Try not to turn. Take a good breath in, good breath out, and then start to bend the front knee if you can. You can adjust your feet accordingly so your joints are comfortable. Then anchor that back heel better. Push down hard with the front foot too. Your hands are still touching your body. Lift your heart and shoulders pull back. Tailbone down, lower belly firms in to protect the low back. Take a good breath in. Good breath out. Let's bring the palms back together in front of you. Lean forward. Firm your belly and step forward. And stand up. Good breath in. Relax everything. Couple more breaths. Let's shake things out. Then we'll turn sideways on the mat so you can take your feet wide. Let's turn the toes out about 45 degrees and then squat. And we're leaning our hands into the knees and you're pushing your knees wider with your hands. So letting that the inner thighs open. And then deep breaths. You're making sure your joints are comfortable, that you adjust your feet accordingly so that your ankles and your knees are okay with what's going on. So our shoulders will, when we lean into things, we let our spine sink down at first. So, and our shoulders kind of pop up, and that's okay. But let's push the shoulders down halfway, not all the way, but just halfway. Good breath. Start to lift the belly a little more. We're actively pushing the knees wider with the hands if possible. Let's take another breath. Now push the feet hard into the ground, straighten the legs, and shake the hands out. Good clearing breaths. Let's walk the feet back inward and shake the legs out too. Okay. So let's take your arms out halfway up and let's bend the elbows into cactus arms. Bring the elbows together. Let's cross the right elbow on top of left. And then you either bring the backs of your hands together or you can wrap around and bring your palms together into eagle arms. Now let's lift the elbows up, push them forward, and then push them down and hold that position. So you might feel a pretty decent stretch in your upper back right now. So we lift them up, push them forward, and then push them down and hold them down. There you go, good. Deep breaths of, Lori, push your elbows down more. Yeah, down more. That's it. And then stand up. So lift your breastbone a little higher. Try to let your front heart kind of peek up over your upper arms. Now, if you want to, you can increase the stretch here by lifting your chin and then by dropping your chin. Lifting the chin and then dropping the chin. You don't have to do this head part, only if it feels good for you. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, drop the chin. Now, what is the best stretch for you? And let your head go to that place. If the head dropping forward is the best stretch, then hold that. If the chin lifted is the best stretch, or if the head neutral is the best stretch. You choose and hold that for another breath. And then everybody's head comes to neutral, soften, unwind the arms. Let's shake things out. And then do 3 shoulder rolls backward. Okay, ground your feet well. Inhale, arms halfway up. Bend the elbows. Elbows touch in front. Then left elbow on top of right. Either backs of the hands toward each other or wrap it around and bring palms together into eagle arms. Then lift the elbows up, push them forward, and then push them down. Hold that stretch in your upper back and breathe. Let's keep the mouth soft. If you want to add the nod, you can. Inhale, chin lifts. Exhale, chin drops. Inhale, chin lifts. Exhale, chin drops. Just moving with your breath. And then where's your best stretch again with your head? And go to that place and take a big breath. And one more. And then neutral neck, head upright, and release the arms and shake everything out. Good clearing breath. Roll the shoulders back 3 times. Okay, so now let's take the feet wide. So a good 3 feet wide at least. And then I'm just moving so you can see from the side. Here's, we'll clasp our hands behind us. And then we'll pull the elbows and shoulders back, thumbs touch your sacrum. Keep the elbows bent at first right now, okay? So stand strong into your legs, lift the kneecaps, firm the belly. So we don't want to sway our low back here. We want to lengthen the tailbone and the low back. And then lift your breastbone a little higher, shoulders pull back more. Round the balls of your feet well. Good breath in. Good breath out. Soften. Release the hands. Big breath. Now inhale, arms widen up, lift the knees, lift the belly. Exhale, swan dive forward. And let's grab the floor with the hands. If you can't touch, have your hands flat on the floor, then put blocks under them. Now inhale, halfway up, so look forward. Lift the kneecaps again. Then exhale, long spine, fold forward, hinging from the crease of the hips. So an active forward fold here. Then inhale, halfway up, look forward. Straight spine, straight legs, then exhale, hinge forward, and we're pushing our hands against the ground to deepen your fold. Then inhale, halfway up, look forward. Keep the legs as straight as possible, spine as straight as possible, and fold forward again. Big breath. So the hands have to be onto something. If they're not on the floor, they need to be on blocks. Okay, now everybody look forward. Good breath in. Good breath out. Walk your feet toward each other again, hip distance apart. Bend your knees a lot, drop your butt, lift your head. And on the inhale, swan dive up, push hard into your feet. Look up. Palms together, down at your heart again. Big breath. Okay, let's turn and face the front of our mat where your blocks are. Okay, so have the blocks near you, near the front of your mat. And on the inhale, swan dive up, arms go wide and up. Exhale, swan dive forward, active fold. You can always grab onto the backs of your legs here. Inhale, halfway up. Push into the fronts of your legs, look forward. Exhale, active fold again. One more time. Look forward, hands into the fronts of your legs. Exhale, then active fold. Bend your knees a lot. Touch the floor with your fingertips. Right leg steps way back. Back knee drops to the floor. You can always use cushion under your back knee if needed. And let's all take your front foot wider to the left. Bring your hands straight down from the shoulders. You can always have your blocks under your hands if you feel like your arms need to be longer. So we're in this low lunge with a wide front leg. So both hands on the inside of your leg. There you go. Front knee right on top of your ankle, so good form in the joints there. Rock the hips forward. So we're getting a hip flexor stretch on the right side, the front of the hip. Now let's take our right hand a little bit wider to the right. Lean into that. You can always put a block under that hand. Left hand comes onto your knee. Rock your hips forward a little bit more. Push down with both hands and turn your heart to the left. Turn to a twist. Deep breaths. Now tuck your tailbone, lift your belly, turn your navel to the left. Good breath in. Good breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly unturn, both hands to the ground. And we'll straighten the back leg, so pads of the toes into the ground. And bring your hands on each side of your foot, so get even in your lunge again. So we're not as wide. And when you're ready, right foot steps forward. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, active fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, active fold. Okay, touch the floor with the fingertips. Bend the knees. Left foot steps way back. Back knee drops to the floor, low lunge. And let's bring your right foot a little wider. Hands are on the inside of that right foot, straight down from the shoulders. You can always use blocks under your hands if you like. So your front knee is at a right on top of your ankle. Letting the left hip open. Let's keep your spine nice and long, including the neck. Deep breaths. Now let's take your left hand just a couple more inches wider to the left. Right hand on top of your knee. Let your hips drop forward even more. Push down with both hands and turn your heart to the right. That's it. You can turn your head as much as feels good without straining. Let your mouth be soft. Shoulders away from the ears. Turn your navel to the right. Okay, let's slowly unturn. Go ahead and get centered with your lunge. So hands on each side of your foot. Back toes dig into the ground and straighten your back leg. When you're ready, your left foot steps forward to meet your right. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, folding. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, folding. And let's bend your knees a lot. Drop your butt, lift your head. Push down hard with your legs, big breath. Inhale, swan dive up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Good breath in. Good breath out, relaxing everything. Okay, so we'll all face me now. And left arm extends out to the side. Turn the thumb down. And we'll bring the arm behind your back and grab your wrist with your other hand and just slide it around your waist comfortably. So we don't want to let our spine bend, okay? So don't compromise the alignment of your spine to go over further. So if this is all you can get to, that's okay, no big deal. You can bring your palms together in prayer pose, Or you can let your right arm straighten and hold onto your arm here. It does not matter, just that your spine can be long and your shoulders down. So we'll inhale, stand up tall. The exhale will drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Deep breaths. Shoulders settle down. Gently sway your head forward and backward while we're in that side bend through the neck. Your head stays to the right and you just rock it forward a couple inches and then backward a couple inches. Forward and then backward. Just exploring your range of motion and allowing a good stretch on the left side of the neck, the top of the shoulder. Okay, let's slowly bring the head upright. Release the arms. Let's roll the shoulders back a few times. Okay, then right arm extends. Turn the thumb down and bring that arm behind your back and grab your wrist and slide it around your waist comfortably. Spine stays up tall. You can bring your palms together or you can straighten your left arm and hold on to it. So we'll inhale, stand up tall. Exhale, left ear drops to left shoulder. Both shoulders settle down. Breathing deeply. You can, keeping your head off to the left, start to rock your head forward and backward. A few inches each way. The movement can be slow. Good breaths. Okay, let's slowly bring the head upright again and release the arms. So shake and wiggle, hands and feet out, and then a few shoulder rolls backward. Okay, feet go wide once more. Turn the toes outward slightly. Squat into your inner thigh stretch. Push the hands against the knees. Push them wider. Push the knees wider with your hands. So we're pushing on the inside of the knees. So if you need a deeper stretch, you can push your forearms into your knees. To push them wider. So if forearms isn't working for you, just keep your hands on your knees, but push them wider, allowing the inner thighs to open more. Good breath in, good breath out. Okay, hands back to your knees, push hard into your feet, and stand up. Good breath in, good breath out. If you need to shake your hands out, do that. Let's turn your feet forward. Okay, now interlace the fingers behind you. So let's do awkward clasp if you can. So other index finger in front, interlacing your fingers. Hands touch your butt. Okay, so straight legs, engage your legs, lift the kneecaps, firm the belly. Inhale, spine tall. Now we're keep your spine long, start to hinge forward from the crease of the hips into your best forward fold there. So you squeeze your belly towards the space between your thighs. Just squeeze your belly towards your spine and move your spine towards the space between your thighs. Now pull your shoulders back and start to straighten your arms. You can lift your hands as high up to the sky as you like. So we've got a really good forward fold going with a shoulder stretch. Deep breaths. Let the neck be neutral with the rest of the spine. Lift your hands as much as they want to go. Try to soften your face. Lift your sits bones. Unclench the back of your neck. Let's do one more breath. Everybody drop your hands back to your butt and then down to the floor. And just bring your hands under your shoulders, neutral, kind of tabletop-ish place. You can put your blocks under your hands if you like to rest. Good breath in. Good breath out. Okay, let's keep the legs straight. Shift your hips straight to the left. So we've got an inner thigh stretch on the right leg. Then bend your left knee, deepening that stretch on the inner right leg. You can always adjust your hands so that they're under your shoulders, supporting your torso. Good breath in. Good breath out. Okay, straighten both legs, back to center. Good breath. Keep the legs straight, shift your hips straight to the right. Allowing a good stretch on the inside of your left leg. Always adjusting the hands accordingly so they're supporting your torso well. You can always have blocks under your hands. Let's bend your right knee as best you can, deepening that stretch in your inner left leg. Push down with your feet, firm the belly. Spine is long, including the neck. Okay, straighten both legs. Everything to center, be at ease, be restful, good breath. Okay, we'll heel toe your feet inward towards your hips. Then slowly drop the knees to the floor. And let's sit into rock pose. That's when we sit on our heels. So if that's not a comfortable place for you, you can use blocks between your feet to sit on. That makes a little chair for you to sit on. Or you can even add blankets on top of your blocks for more elevation. If the ankles don't like this place, you can put a rolled blanket under both ankles. So give yourself all the support you need to be comfortable. If that's not comfortable, just find a comfortable seated position. Okay, you don't have to sit on your feet. You can have your legs crossed or legs out long in front. Okay. So let your shoulders drop down, let your elbows drop down, hands resting on your thighs. Let's just get grounded. So unclench your mouth, unclench your eyes, unclench your throat and your neck. And how about your glutes? Let's lean a little more weight into your sits bones, into your feet. So I have a tendency to lean forward here, especially if your legs are in pain. So if your legs are in pain, either give yourself more support or choose a different seated position. And slow, long breath. Let your spine float up a little taller. Shoulders fall. Feel the inhale expand the low ribs gently. The exhale, the low ribs draw inward just by letting go. Create a little more softness in your face, your scalp, your head. So deep on the inside of your head, let there be softness there. At the top of your head, feel open. And bring a heightened awareness to the spine and see your spine bright and glowing with light. See a column of light surrounding your spine now. Now breathe up and down that column of light, tracing that column of light with your breath. Doesn't matter which way, whether you breathe in as you go up or breathe in as you go down, just what feels more natural to you. Just amplifying the light around our spine, kind of smoothing out our energy, helping balance out our nervous system. Take a big breath. And you can either just shift your hips off to one side and swing your legs out in front of you, or you can rock forward and then bring your legs out in front. So let's rock the legs out all the way from the hips. Good clearing breaths. Shake out the joints in your legs. Circle the ankles out. Circle the other way. Okay, so your choice is time to rest. So you can either lay flat on your back, full corpse pose, with legs long, arms long, or you can put your legs up on a chair or the wall for an inversion to empty your legs out. So take your pick. So if you're in corpse pose, if you need some little extra cushion under your head or under your knees, some height under your knees, please offer that to yourself. Whatever you've chosen, let your spine be long. Let your arms be long. And turn your palms up. So corpse pose is when our arms are straight down about 45 degrees from your center line. So the hands are about a foot away from your hips, palms face up. Shoulders walk away from the ears and then fall back toward the ground. Now, slow, long breaths. Start to soften your body more and more. Now let's unclench your butt. Let the inner thighs relax. And soften your belly. Allow the shoulders to fall back more. Let your arms get even heavier, palms of the hands soft. And find more ease in your neck and your throat. Easing your jaw, your tongue, your eyes. And just let yourself surrender into gravity and gratitude. Gravity and gratitude. You spent such good time in self-care. Clearing out what's not serving you. You'll allow your breath to deepen. Wiggling your toes and fingers. And stretch or move in any way that would feel good for you. Rolling to one side, laying on your side for a bit, if it's okay. Please support your head with something. Lift your knees in front of your body so your spine is nice and long. A couple of deep breaths. It's raining here right now, so receive the blessing that rain represents. Blessing of nourishment and of calming, rejuvenation, and life. When you're ready, you'll push yourself up in sitting. Come into a comfortable seated position. Just sit where your spine can be up tall. You can always sit up against the wall or sit up on your blanket. Once you get comfortable with your legs and spine, let's bring your palms together at your heart. So centering hand position or mudra. It brings our energy to center and it seals it. It closes our practice out. Sealing our energy to more healthy boundaries before we walk out into the world again. So with such gratitude for your presence today and your gathering here today, gathering your light, sharing your light. Thank you so much, ladies. Namaste. You're welcome. My pleasure.
So, did you put this mix together with Father Bell's?
It's just a playlist. It's a playlist that we have on our computer. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Oh, funny. Bye, Colette. You're welcome.
Thank you, Shalan.
Thank you.
See you in the morning.
Okay, great.